Hello everyone, my name is General Fancy Pants, and welcome back to the Swapper. When we last left off, we used this teleporter to get to where we are now, and let's start exploring. Okay, so it looks like we're at some sort of terminal here, or airport kind of a place type thing. I'm guessing they use the teleporter rather than an actual airport, but we have arrivals and departures, which are all empty. And welcome to Space Station Theseus. So we are back on the space station that we were shipped off of on the escape pod. And we have this rock here. Hello? Hello? Alright, so this rock is not just any ordinary rock. We have no idea what that means or what it is, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. There's another teleporter up there. Okay. Let's see if there's anything over here. No. Sector 1, I think that says. That light is like covering that part, but I think it's a Sector 1 public. Now we're just waiting for this elevator to come up. There it comes. And back down. The limits of language are the limits of knowledge. Our name was not their knowledge. They thought of us as watchers. Okay, I don't know who they is. I'm assuming it's the people on the space station. I'm assuming. And the hangar. Grab objects by facing them and holding X. Alright, just like that. We can move these around, which... oh man, excuse me. Which adds to some dynamics of the puzzles.
Quarantine procedures engaged.
Alright, let's get out of here. These are closed up there, so it means that our only option is to go here. Let's go through this door first. Why not? And there is a orb right there. An orb, not a orb. And as you can see now they're starting to get a little more complicated here, because now we've got a red light here and a blue light there, so we can't make a swapper or a clone. I mean, a clone in this area. As you can see, we can't just put a guy right up there and go to it, so we're gonna have to go up and around and down. But so what we'll have to do here is make a guy right there, make a guy right here, and we can swap to this guy again. And now this guy right here, he's not really needed anymore because we just needed to get a guy up on top. So he'll run and then run back, and we can swap to him, and we got our orb. And here's another memory terminal. Let's take a look at this one. Log number 4, message to Site 24. From Theseus Quarantine to Quarry Excavation Site 24. The Chief of Quarantine understands the pressure this puts you under, but stresses that these rock samples are of unparalleled scientific interest. As such, we must request that you continue to prioritize sample teleport over personnel. Okay. Oh man, I don't know why I'm so yawny. Alright, so basically that's just saying that those rock samples that we ran over that were talking to us have become a priority to these research people, and whether or not it's to the detriment of personnel, basically. I don't know, what does this console do?
Quarantine.
Oh, okay, that turns off that. Let's go through this door next. Alright, so now here's where we get to some puzzles. As if we weren't doing puzzles before, but as you can see, they kind of they nicely make the puzzles a little more difficult each time you encounter one. So here's an orb over here, but again, we can make our clone right there if we want. We just can't swap to him because that red light is in the way. So we can move this around, which opens up those doors. So what we need to do here is push this box there, make a clone, and he'll get trapped in there, but that's okay. That's what we want. And that turns off the red light. So now we can make a clone here, swap to him, and we get our orb. No problem. There is death in this game. You can die, but the it's not too punishing for dying. You just basically start at the room again, or the beginning of the room. The world is the limit of thought. The limit of thought is the chain of hearers like me. I cannot speak if they cannot listen. What is where? How is where? Does where tick? Okay. I don't know. Does where tick? We know only of the minds of our chain. Oh man. You choose your chain to in a dimension we do not know. Okay, so this is basically saying we know only of the minds of our inner chains. So it would seem that these rocks sort of have a hive-like mind, where they all they don't really have an independent thought. Well, I guess they do, but they're linked together. They're all linked together. So
Attention, hull breach in Sector 1. Emergency personnel to waste management.
So our chain is our minds aren't connected. We have to communicate through speaking. All right, and here's where I like this map, because there's me, but it shows the hatches, and there's the console that will open this door. And we need 6 orbs, but we only have 3. And it shows where the memory terminals and other points of interest are. So there's a memory terminal, and then it will show where the rocks are. So if I had looked at the map before I went over those rocks, it would have actually shown those rocks in the as you can see, that guy just died, but it'll show the rocks on the map. I can show you what death is like. It's like I said, it's not too punishing, so it's not that big of a deal to die. Press X to interact with the memory terminal. Log 5, cargo overview. Essential supplies. Food 4 tons, 190 days at full crew complement. Water 3,000 liters, emergency fluids in storage, 7,000 liters in recirculation. Miscellaneous research equipment, 2,001 items registered. Spare parts, 5,967 items registered. Xeno samples and finds, 432 items registered. Okay. That's kind of boring, but... Oop. That startled me a little bit. Alright. I don't know who that was, but... they're floating around a little bit. Alright, so we can't go through there. So where can we go? We can go up or over. So we'll go over to this side. Here's another rock sample. I am the only one that believes in the other dimension. I call it space. One moves through space. Yes? How? Alright. So he's got a little bit of an idea of what's going on. Kind of. Let's see if there's anything up these things. No, doesn't look like it. Okay, so Here's another puzzle. We can't swap to get up there, but we can swap through this thing. So let's put a guy right here, and this is going to be a timing thing more than an actual puzzle per se. Now here's the cool part of the swapper gun, is that you can slow down time when you're making a like watch these gears here when I make a new clone. As you can see, it slows down time pretty dramatically. So, with that being said, we can walk over, slow down time a little bit. There we go, and swap. And we got it. That was close because I would have been dead. And what you can do is make a clone, slow down time, make another clone, and swap your way up and around. And this is helpful. I just missed that whole radio chatter thing, but I think that was alright. I don't think it was anything important. So I think that's everything in there, yep. Okay, so that took care of that. So, with the same idea in mind, let's go up here by making clones and swapping to them to get up the this little chasm or whatever you want to call it. Okay. Alright, so this is another timing puzzle. So we need to make... Ooh, did I just mess it up? I messed it up. Okay, let's try this again. So, this guy needs to stand on this button for this wall to go up over here. Alright, so let's do that then. Oop, gotta move a little faster. There we go. And then we'll make a guy up here just to be on the safe side. And we'll just kind of continue this pattern here until we can get in here, which I think we can. There, no problem. Oop, uh-oh. There we go. Alright, we're good, we're good. Okay, we did it. Okay, so now we have 5 orbs. We are missing one, which I guess we'll have to go up there to get it. And here's what happens when you die. You just start right back where you were. So like I said, there's really and I still have all of my 5 orbs. So there's no reason to fear death too much in this game, which I kind of like because this game is rather difficult, especially later on when death is kind of imminent. And we already read that guy's spiel. So now let's head up here. There's a memory terminal. Let's head up there and get that real quick, and let's go through that. We'll go through this portal here. Log number 6, Emergency Evac 1. Few areas of the station remain habitable. The cargo bay in Sector 1 has everything we need. Food and water, greenhouse access, but it may not be as safe for long. No one knows what's causing this. Sam Cook. Okay, so I wonder if that's the same Sam that was in the previous message that we read. Alright, so this is interesting. Okay, what happens if we put a guy here? What does this do? Okay, so this guy turns off this light. This one turns off this light. So I guess all we need to do is put a clone here to make sure all the red lights are turned off so that we can actually make a clone. Here. Alright, there we go. We're up to 6. So now we have enough to get through that portal or the teleport, but I want to go in here first. Alright, so this pink light, we cannot make a clone, and we cannot switch to the clone. So for this one, and the only reason why I'm not really thinking too much about this is because I've done all the puzzles, and this playthrough is more of a how-to. I'd rather do a how-to rather than a like just trying to figure things out. So I'm gonna make progress pretty quick, so I hope you guys don't mind, but because I already know the answers to the puzzles and I don't want to pretend like I don't. I don't like doing that stuff. So let's see if I remember how to do this. Then you swap back to him, then you move. I don't know the answers to all the puzzles. There's like 2 of them that I don't remember the answers to, so there will be some thinking involved with some of them. Plus, it's been a while since I played this, so I won't remember all of them. Alright, so now we have more than enough orbs. So let's head back down here. And open up that. And now we have these wind tunnels here. I think I'm going to explore those in the next episode. So I will see you guys next time on The Swapper. Until then.